Guys, we are right on time. 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is Thursday, January 14th. Let's see who's on time right now. Let's get a few minutes for everybody to show up. Once you get in, make sure you drop it in the chat, in the live chat. Let me know who is up here. Where you chatting from? Can always count on my brother. What's up, R Square? All right, let me show my face. Pretty face. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna break down some old performances of mine. I think what I want to try to do today, let's work on a little bit more good isolation. You can never get enough of good isolation, you know what I mean? And that's like, when I think of good isolation, I think of the real robot. A real robot, you know what I mean? All right, let me stop this for a second. So let me talk a little bit about what I mean by real robot. The first, and this is a little bit of history, all right? If you guys heard me talk about this before, you know, just bear with me. But if you haven't, this is history time. This is something that I think you guys will want to see and study. And good thing right now, there's so many videos right now. So actually, as a matter of fact, let's do this together, all right? But before I do that, I want to talk about roboting, right? I don't know. I think the first real robot performer that the world's seen, again, this is from my research. There's probably, you know, people out there doing this before, right? I think Marcel, I don't know how to say his name correctly, but the French dude, the mime guy, right? The mime guy, you know, he paints his face white and, you know, he does this miming thing, you know. That's not really robot, okay? That's not really robot. So I just want to give tribute to him, but I think he came before. Anybody out there that really knows the history, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what year he got famous, but I'm thinking it's probably around like the 60s, the 50s. Again, I'm just throwing out a random number, guys. So this is not, you know, legitimate history from me, but this is from my vague recollection, right? But then obviously before that, you have Charlie Chaplin, right? Again, he painted his face white too. So, but I think as far as like, you know, doing this kind of miming stuff, Marcel, the French dude, he kind of made it popular. Now, when I'm talking about roboting, the first guy that really made me go, yeah, he's trying to be a robot, it's Robert Schiele, okay? Robert Schiele. I always talk about that. I talk about that with my students. And this time, since we're right here with the internet, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna search this together. So if you're watching this, just watch me and enjoy this. Okay. First, real quick, let me make sure. Okay, you guys see my Chrome browser. Let's search for Robert Schiele. Robert Shields, last name Shields with a plural here. Robot. Okay, so here is his channel, Robert Schiele. So for everybody watching right now, oh, I'm surprised. It's only 658. To me, he's a real legend right there. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, let's watch this together. This is a demonstration that he has. Let me make this big screen. All right, make this a big screen so everybody can see. There you go. Okay, this is not really robot, because he's trying to do puppeting. So this is his version of puppeting. So freaking limber. All right. I'm gonna pause it just because I want to skip over to the part. Okay, this is where he does his robot. Okay, and I think this looks like somewhere in the 70s, maybe the 60s. I'm
Fascinated with the guys at Disneyland, the animatronics, because they're like robots being people, and I'm
So
a person
check this
being
out.
a robot, and like they're like they all have air in them, you know, they have like tubes, and they're all worked from.
You mean Lincoln?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
animatronics at Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Lincoln,
remember
yeah,
that.
And also in Disney World, all the presidents, but they work like.
Let me know if you guys do you remember this long time ago. I don't know if they have it now, but when you go to Disneyland or Disney World, I remember Disneyland. They have I think it was Lincoln, if I remember correctly, and I'm about to play this, but he does it perfectly. When I see him do this, I'm like, dude, this is dope. Okay, here we go.
This, you know, like. Well, hi, Merv. I love that.
Dude, it's when I first saw this is amazing because not only he's really mimicking what he remembers or what the animatronics are doing, the hydraulics, you could hear him. I mean, he's making that sound, and again, this shows you this is what I'm talking about. All the great performers, they use sound, right? The sound effects. So yeah, watch some more though. Check it out. Robert Shields, incredible.
The oddest part about it, even being so near to Robert,
I know it. It's
is you suddenly get a very eerie
I
feeling
know.
about you.
This is
human.
a person being a robot. Okay, so this is completely different.
There's a person being a robot.
So what he's trying to explain is the difference. Okay, so what he was trying to do is he was trying to be the robot, the mechanical robot, trying to be human. Now he's trying to be a human trying to be a robot. So there's like a slight distinction, but anyways, you could see the different style in robot.
That was a robot trying to be a person.
Right.
This is a person being a robot.
We got it.
Damn, dude. The dude fell and he stayed in character. Not only that, I mean, the amazing thing is, obviously all his control, but the hardest thing that I find is his eyes. He doesn't blink, dude. Like his beady little eyes doesn't blink. Anyways, let's kind of finish this. It's almost done. So this is the miming part, right? All right. So, yeah, amazing, man. Amazing freaking Robert Shield. Now, okay, this is what I want to really show you guys. This is called the Shields and Yarnell Show. So this is him and his wife. His wife is last name is Yarnell. I forgot her first name, but anyways, the history or her background is like she was more of a ballet dancer, and he taught her his style. So they have a show. It was a 70s variety show, and this is a sick ass team. Let's watch this together. Full screen. Alright, here we go. That walk, dude. The way he walks like that, like, I think, if you remember, like, long time ago, there's those those toys you wind up. You use your hand, you wind it up, and you let it go, and they go zzz. That movement, it's very jerky, right? Because sometimes the spring isn't very smooth, so it's like zzz, zzz, zzz. So obviously he studied that and he's able to do that. So it's amazing. Okay, so this is his wife. She's amazing too. Man, none of them, both of them don't blink. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. So, I mean, obviously, he's adding comedy and all that stuff to it. But the key, what I try to get us, what I'm trying to get from it is the isolation, the focus. All right. How does that apply to dance? Well, obviously, dance, there's rhythm to it. But before that, so this is a good way to kind of train just your isolation, right? Most of the time when we think robot, we think the arms just staying, solid here, right? Boom, up, down, which is good too, right? Because that's probably the easier thing to do. So I think what I want to try to do is just get us started with that, all right? So here we go. We have this here. We have this here. All right, you guys see this here. So when I rotate, my wrist, I want to make sure the elbow, there's no movement here. So this angle is solid, just rotating here, boom, and then up, down. This right here, so it's just the shoulder joint. Here, rotate, boom, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh, boom, sh. Okay, so again, you could do it to whatever rhythm you want right now, because we're not. This is not even dancing. This is just practice isolation, getting your arms more like robot. Okay, so again from here. So I'm gonna start, and again, if you want to follow me exactly, this is what I'm doing. My palm is facing up, and again, it's not like 5 like this. It's more like a mannequin hand. Okay, so kind of keep your hands loose here, but don't let it flop. It's not a puppet hand. It's a mannequin hand. Just keep it relaxed, but make sure it doesn't move. Okay, so here, and the palm is facing up here. I'm just gonna rotate my right hand, rotate it. And again, I think I'm rotating only about 90 degrees. It's not a total 180 degrees, because then it's uncomfortable. I want to rotate to a point where it's comfortable. So 90 degrees here, boom, go up, okay? Turn it back, go down. 90 degrees up, down, okay? Boom, 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 boom. Rotate, switch, rotate, switch, rotate, switch, rotate, switch, rotate, switch, rotate, switch, boom. So I think I did something a little bit different. I want to explain. So there's this rotation here, okay? So I'm gonna get closer to the camera. There's just this rotation. Also, what I did a little bit different too is I did a little curl down, curl, rotate, boom. Okay, there's here, rotate, then up. Here, here. That's a little bit different, right, than just this. So I'm just adding something different. So you could just keep it here. Keep, boom, keep, boom, keep, boom, keep, boom. Okay. So, R Square, you said, how's robot different from dime stopping? So dime stopping is just the stop, right? I mean, you could wave, boom, and stop. And obviously the waving part is not robot. So robot is it's a style, right? Like you could clearly see what robot is doing. You're trying to be a robot. That's what it is. And again, you have different flavors of a robot, right? You could be a robot trying to be human, which was what Robert Shield was explaining the first time he did it, right? And then the second one is human trying to be a robot. Everybody has a different style of robot, but when you see it, it's like, yeah, very, very mechanical. And oftentimes, what you ask is a very good question, right? A lot of people see that dime stopping. Usually people dime stop when they robot. They go boom. They try to do a hard stop, right? And they hold it. They go boom. So for a split second, it's kind of like robot. Okay. So great question. But dime stopping, it's just that stop. Boom. Okay. You can stop it, and that part, it does really remind a lot of people of a robot. So I could see how everybody say, hey, that's robot. Yeah, but if we're just strictly talking about robot's an entire style, like how you move from this pose to this pose, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Great question, man. Great question. Everybody else, if you're watching right now, feel free to drop in. So anyways, let's go back to the exercise I'm talking about right here. This is just this part here, okay? And again, this is me picking out, when I saw Skeet do it, just doing something like this, I was like, ooh, that's dope. That's it, just here, boom, shh, boom, shh, boom. Okay, I'm doing a little bit fast right now, but the key is when you're practicing, keep it slow. Okay, you want to really focus on isolating. Isolating means don't move the parts that are not supposed to move. Okay, don't move the parts that are not supposed to move. Here, shh, 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 here, boom, shh, boom, shh, boom, shh, boom, shh, shh, boom, 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 shh, shh, shh. Just something like that. That's simple, right? It's not too hard, but I would say film yourself and give yourself some time to practice it. Watch yourself in your camera, in your video, and see if it actually looked robotic. If it doesn't, then study yourself and see which part you need to isolate better. So for example, if I'm going like this, and obviously you see I have movement here, I have movement in my head, okay? I want to make sure this doesn't move. Here, okay? So no head movement as I do this. Here, boom, here. And also when I move, how does a robot move, right? Sometimes it's very, the movement is not smooth. The speed is not always the same, okay? Just like, how when he walks, it's like very jerky, like, there's an acceleration and a slow, and it slows down. So when you move, it could be like, that's the hydraulicness of it. Does it make sense? It's like, when you see hydraulics, it's a quick acceleration and it slows down. Okay. And you guys, I don't know if you could hear me using that hydraulic sound. When you use it, it kind of makes it easier because it gives you that mode of okay. So there's an acceleration and slow down, acceleration and slow down, acceleration and slow down. And I think lately there's that group Oomen, right? Oomen is the one that kind of made it popular, and then a lot of people are starting to do that. So if you could really, really practice that, that's kind of cool. So there's two ways, right? There's the constant acceleration, which is here, boom, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, boom, ksh, 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 ksh. Okay, so those consistent movement, consistent speed, but then there's also the acceleration, the hydraulics, the so that kind of stuff. So those are two different types that I think is really, really good to practice as far as just roboting, right? But today, dancers are so much better. Not only do you know how to robot, but you pop with it. So if you watch, Robert Shield, there's no popping. Actually, there's no music at all, right? Later on in his other performance, he does it to music, but most of it is just, silent. He's just going to his imagination, which is kind of cool, okay? So I would say probably start with that, just so that you could get the mechanics of what it's like to isolate different parts of your body. All right. So, good. Let's do this. One more movement I want to show, which is this part. So I showed you this part here. Now I want you to go here and then here. So what I'm doing is, obviously the shoulder joint is not moving, but the wrist joint is locked in space. So I'm gonna go here to here. Okay, boom, boom. Go here. So if I go here, boom, 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 here. Okay, so here, turn, and then drop. That's a cool move right there. So I go up here, boom, and then the elbow goes up. You guys can see this. Elbow goes up here, and I turn the wrist. Wrist turn, elbow go down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got an idea, right? Got the instructions on how to do it, right? So one more time, just focus. Again, you could use your own sound effects. Just focus on not moving other parts. Isolate good. Right? And then I didn't talk about, but you guys saw my head. Okay, so I'm here, focus, boom, and then right when I stop, boom, I turn my head. And again, I turn my head with a constant speed. Or I could go put some roughness to it. That's fine as well. Okay, so those are two different ways. All right. And then sometimes, there's the bounce. So like if I'm going like this, boom, boom. Like if I'm hitting an imaginary wall, right? Shh, boom, boom. So I call that the bounce. You're bouncing off of wall. Or you stick, right? This is with the time stop. Shh, boom. You stop. Shh, stop. Shh, stop. Or bounce. Boom, boom, boom. That little oscillation. Okay? Shh, boom. 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 And sometimes if you get too complicated, this is what happened with like dancers who are not total beginners, but you've danced in other styles before. If you learn choreography before, usually what happens is you're used to so many movement. Your arms and legs are doing so many things at the same time. And what happens is when you're roboting, you almost have to like stop that, right? You have to be like, okay, one thing at a time. One movement, one movement, one movement, one movement. Because our human body, we have so many movement going on at the same time. Whereas robot, it's a little bit less. So you have to kind of focus on, you know, and that's why it's called the isolation, right? Because usually our body's doing so many things at same time. We've got to isolate it, okay? All right, cool. Let's move to one of my old performances. So hold on a second. Let me make sure I could find it. I was trying to look for it before I hopped in, but maybe I just search for it, dude. I'm gonna search for it real quick. Sorry, I think I lost you guys. Let me go back to here so you guys see exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to be searching and then you guys don't know what I'm doing. Okay, here's my. I'm here on YouTube and I'm search for. I think it's maybe Siege. I don't know. Siege Robot. Maybe it's in there. Ooh, there's some old performances that we did. Where was that one from? Oh, Mission College has it. No, that's not it. What was it? It's San Diego. Maybe it's in San Diego. Is it in there? Ah, this is the one. All right, here we go. I gotta mute this for a second too, cause so real quick, this one, as you guys could see, this was a tech rehearsal run in San Diego. We were invited by Culture Shock San Diego. Every year, Culture Shock has a show that all the different Culture Shock chapters get together and they do a show. So I was, me, John, and Dennis, we got invited down to perform, which is awesome, right? So this was a tech run because the actual show, nobody was supposed to bring cameras to record. So, anyways, let me move to this spot here. I gotta mute the sound, guys. I'm sorry about that, but this is definitely copyrighted music. By the way, I think this is Natron was the one that was filming for us. So thank you, Natron, for filming this. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to watch this. So we haven't got to my solo yet. This is our routine. This is a little popping routine that we're doing right before my solo, I think. So I'm in the white right there. There's John right there with the red shirt, and obviously there's Dennis. This is called the Scarecrow, right? This is the Scarecrow walk. I wonder if I could make the sound just soft enough. Let me give it a try. I'm gonna try this, guys. Hopefully I don't get flagged for this. So right there, I'm gonna rewind it real quick. You guys see my arm kind of do that little oscillation right there? I don't know if you can see me from the. I know I'm kind of small right now, but forget it. I don't want to try to do it because I'm way too small on the screen. But I'm gonna rewind it real quick. Watch my arm as I raise my arm and it does that little oscillation. Boom, that little oscillation right there, right? So that's cool. And then watch, I think I do the same thing with my head too. Nope, I didn't do it with the head. Okay, so that move I got from Skeeter Rabbit. Let me go back so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So the first person that I seen do that was, Skeeter Rabbit. And if anybody else did it before, I didn't know. So if you did, tribute to you too as well. But when I see Skeet does, he'll do like imaginary knobs. Okay, imaginary knobs. So you put a knob here and you turn, and it's kind of like attached to your body. So he does one of this thing here. Like imagine there's a knob right here, and you're turning. As you're turning, your head kind of turns with it. So that's a really, really cool concept. Okay, again, I got that off of Skeeter Rabbit because when Skeeter Rabbit did it, I was like, dude, that's so sick. I'm going to do that too, right? So, but obviously, understanding the concept, now the execution part is you got to make sure, you know, the gear ratio is set correctly, right? Because sometimes if you go like this here, you turn a little bit, boom, your head turns way too much, and now you kind of stuck. You can't turn anymore. So there's a, you know, as much as you turn here, the angle has to be the same, because you can't turn the same here and move a little bit and then this time you move way too much. You know what I mean? It has to make sense, right? So you turn, right? That makes sense. Hit it, boom, right? Turn the knob. So that's a cool way of doing robot. And that's, again, Skeeter Rabbit, he calls his Cyborg. Okay, so his style, he named it Cyborg because it's more of a humanistic feel. A little bit different. You can see a little bit different from Robert Shields' robot. All right, going back to my little robot. Again, it's Skeeter Rabbit influence for sure. Okay, let's put this up a little bit full screen. Here we go. So you guys saw that, right? Let me go back real quick. You see how like I was turning the knob. I was turning the knob to raise my arms up. Turn the head, turn the knob, raise the arm up. So again, now this time when I turned my head, there was no knob. It was just a hand, you know, pushing, forcing the head to turn. So this is that Robert Shield walk. You see how I walk? I'm trying to do his little walk. Not as good as Robert Shield, but I tried. So what I'm doing different is when he walked, if you see when he walked, his arm is stationary. So he could totally focus on his walk. What I'm trying to do is walk and do some arm movement at the same time. So just add something a little bit more than that. Okay, so now I'm out of my robot phase. This is not robot anymore. Now it's a little bit more boogaloo and popping. So now you can see I'm popping, right? Big difference. When I was doing this part, there was really no popping. When I'm rewinding it back, right here. Oops, rewinding too much. Okay, here. There's an oscillation, but that's not a pop, guys. Gotta remember, that's just oscillating. That's not a pop. See, no pop. I'm just stopping. Stop. Robot. Or cyborg. My cyborg. Still cyborg. Or this is robot right there. A Shield, Robert Shield robot. Now I'm getting to popping. Okay. So you can see pop, pop. So this is where I'm talking about level change, okay? I'm aware that when I was doing my robot, I was pretty high up, right? I didn't really cover down. So I'm being aware that, okay, I gotta cover my level change, right? So I drop down, get down low to my knee, you know? I mean, if I was really trying to go low, I could probably do something flat down, but wasn't trying to get my jacket dirty. So getting down to the knees is far enough for me. All right. Again, that's up to you, right? It really depends. Like if you're at a club and the club floor is dirty, you might not want to go all the way down, you know, and clean the floor with your nice shirt, you know. So level change to an extent, right? Let's be, you know, let's use common sense here. All right, I gotta make sure I mute this because sometimes I hope I don't get flagged for this. Again, this is just pop, you know, just get into pop. And you can see now my pop now is mixing in some good isolation with the pop, okay? And you'll see that a lot of poppers do that, which is great. You know, you want to mix stuff, you could mix stuff in, boom. All right, so that was the end of it. So yeah, I just wanted to break down, some of these shows. And you guys free to go check it out, right? This is on. Is this? Yeah, this is on my site. So just search for DS Players guest dance performance culture shock. So I just searched Siege San Diego, and this one came up like maybe. It's like which one? The sixth one. All these San Diego stuff came up, but yeah, this one right here, so you guys can see it. Okay. There's some other breakdowns, but I think this is enough today, to get you guys understanding the importance of isolation and how I isolate, right? The drills itself is not that hard. What's up, Juan? Good to see you, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool, and this was, I think, what year was this, man? Was the year in here? Shoot, I forgot what year this was. I think it was like 2008 or 2007. So what, 13 years ago? And again, these kind of isolations. Let me go back to here. So isolation actually is not cardio intensive at all, right? You could do this like all day, all night, and not really get tired. You shouldn't get tired because it's not that hard, unless you're doing some crazy angles like some yoga poses or something like that. But as far as cardio wise, roboting and isolation is not that intensive, so everybody could just practice. All right. So yeah, man, that's it. Let's quickly review. I think this is a good drill for you guys to do just with the arms. Okay. So again, I kept my arm here at around 90 degrees. I go up here, boom, then down, up and down. This is one of the simplest one. You guys might get really bored with this one, but the best thing to do is videotape yourself. Roboting, it seems easy, right? Because you're like, oh, all I got to do is just focus on this. Okay, cool, I could do that. But then if you just keep doing this, you're not really focused on controlling the speed. Don't just do it so fast. Take your time. Boom. Take your time. Boom. Take your time. Take your time. Now, as you do it, you want to make sure the path that you take, right? If you want to make it straight, make it straight. If you want to go wiggle it, really control. Like it's like slow motion. So you really gotta be conscious and commit to whatever you want to do. Okay. So the one thing that I want to go over is this part, which is a little bit more challenging. When you get to here, now you want to isolate the hand. There shouldn't be any movement here, but then the elbow goes. You see what I'm saying? So the arm, the hand itself is locked in space. But from the shoulder to the wrist moves here. Boom, boom. Now it's locked, and then now this change. Okay, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist. So give that a try, right? So again, once I go up, stop here, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow. Come back down, go up, elbow. So you could just start doing this right here, elbow. Really focus on the hand. Don't move the hand. Boom, boom. There's a little movement right there. So explore, okay? Explore. I gave you guys something to start with, but you guys shouldn't just only do that. Explore with it, okay? explore with it. Okay. All right. So that's it, guys. Make it a little bit shorter today. Robotting, it's fun to do, easy to get started. You don't need that much room, but a lot of concentration, a lot of determination and focus. Film yourself. Film yourself. You gotta film yourself. Put your camera on a tripod and film yourself. You don't have to show anybody if you don't want to, but you have to watch it, and you have to be willing to just be honest with yourself. All right, so that's it. All right, guys, I am done for today, and tomorrow, Friday, we're gonna be off. I don't know, maybe I'll jump back on. Friday is always an optional day, and but yeah, for sure, keep practicing, utilize all this stuff. And again, guys, these videos are recorded, which means you could always go back to it. All right, I don't want you guys to just always rely on, hey, what are we gonna do next class? What are we gonna do next class? If you didn't really understand, and if you didn't really practice what we did previous class, there's a class right there for you. Do that before coming in. I mean, obviously we're trying to build and learn more and more stuff, but oftentimes I'm gonna go back and review just to make sure everybody really understand what we're talking about here. All right, fellas and ladies, if you're joining us, if I don't see you tomorrow, we'll be back Monday. Okay, again, Monday I'm gonna try to see if I can get my class, because I have the Monday live class, which is outdoor, and you guys can see what it's like. Oftentimes, if you're just here with me, you see me sitting down, you don't even know if I have legs. But getting up, it's really important to get our legs down. All right. And again, for those that wants to support the channel, make sure you share and smash up the like button. For sure, smash the like button. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. What time? Hey, the time is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday. Those are the live classes. Okay, and I gotta make sure that I have it set up. Sometimes when I get there, I don't have time to set up, and I didn't want to take time off of my students' time there. So, but if I have it set up ready, then you guys just jump on in. But unfortunately though, I know you're on Twitch. I'd rather get on Twitch, but the Twitch program on the mobile phone isn't foolproof yet. What I mean by that is the stream. The stream somehow is not set up for Twitch yet, so I might just only do it on YouTube. Okay, so apologize for that. YouTube Monday at 7. But then when I get back, I don't know. I might redo the Monday class, because right after that I have to rush home to get here by 9 o'clock and get in. So I might even skip our Monday sit down class. All right. Maybe I might do something different. Maybe I might stay at the studio and do it there. That might be a little bit better. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. You guys just stay in touch with me, man. All right, Juan. All right, R Square. I'll holla at you, man. Till next time, keep it funky. Keep practicing and keep it funky. Make it robot.